Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. So real quick video, but this is part of the Boss Nature series. So I got a friend that we had disagreements. He vote Democrat. He has real estate. He's like in between. Like far as work, he kept his job, but he's an entrepreneur, but he still has his job. He says ain't nothing wrong with a 9 to 5. And I said, you're right. I said, but it just depends on the person, how successful you become from working for somebody else. And that's just the fact. Like, yeah, you'll have a couple dollars. You'll get a couple dollars a month if you stay on your job and you retire. But in order for the jobs that pay enough to make you wealthy, you're going to have to spend some time in the classroom to get those. Now, other than that, if you be the boss, had a boss nature with your money, and you good with money, you still have a chance. It's going to be difficult, but you still have a chance, I would say. Me personally, I've worked many jobs and I had good paying jobs. I could tell you, after making $30 an hour, that is not a lot of money. It's not. Like, yeah, you'll get some things, but you ain't going to get the best. You ain't going to go get no Bentley. Ain't nobody going to finance you no Bentley making $30 an hour. Heck, they ain't gonna even finance you no Escalade probably making $30 an hour. You have to literally put like 10, 15,000 down just for them to give it to you. But the main premise I want to come from is Jezebel and King Ahab. King Ahab is probably in hell right now because he allowed Jezebel to be the leader when he was supposed to be, which infuriated God, and some of the decisions that he made in following his wife's lead messed him up with God. Because I'm telling you, he don't like that. If you don't believe nothing else I say, just know that the Most High do not like when a man is led by his wife. This down. He don't. You think it's something innocent. You think you listening to that pastor and all his little marriage and his wedding sermons that he be teaching, but that pastor is turning you not into no boss, but into a simp. I'm turning you into a simp. So, anytime, in fact, that a woman tries to lead a man, she is being like Jezebel. She is. I got a book coming out about that I believe is going to be a bigger seller than any of the other stuff. I keep it to myself because some of the bigger YouTubers be sneak watching and taking your ideas and your topics and using them for themselves. Not giving you credit, not shouting you out. So, King Ahab is a prime example for you and me. He was given the kingdom. He was the boss. But instead of being the boss, just like Adam, just like some of you, just like me for a while, he tried to please everybody. Let me tell you what I noticed. Life lesson for you. I'm probably older than most of y'all. What I notice is it don't matter how much you do for somebody. If they want to disrespect you, they gonna disrespect you. And if they want to respect you, they gonna respect you. It don't matter what you did for them. Y'all ever seen kids whose father was there for them, raised them, everything, and when he broke up with the mama, the kids turned against him? Sometimes the kids start disrespecting you, and they won't even know it. It's because of her. She making them, they got disrespectful attitudes toward. Sometimes you ain't got to say nothing. A disrespectful attitude speaks volumes. When people don't respect you, and y'all know I've been hitting this because this is very important. I'm telling you, that respect thing, very important. It don't get enough credit for how important it is. See, a lot of people, you coming up short, you got boss nature, but you got the wrong people around. They don't even respect you. They don't even believe in what you're doing. Stop talking to them and stop being around them. Be by yourself. I was looking at some of the comments. People, now watch this. This proved my point. These guys have gotten to know me on YouTube, but they don't know me like some people in my personal life. I believe that based on who I am and the things I've done, the people in my personal, it is no way, it doesn't make sense at all that the people that I've met on YouTube and social media showing me more respect than people that know how I do things. That's why I'm telling you, all of this stuff done changed all of my views on race, on family. Your family can be anybody. Now I see why the Most High grafted the Gentiles in. If the Gentiles gonna show them more respect than the Hebrews, why wouldn't he? Talking about some we the chosen people. Anybody is chosen. You could be, anybody can be chosen by the Most High. He's perfectly fair. He don't decide who he's gonna torture and torment in hell. They make that decision. These dudes grifting on y'all. If you chosen, you could be unchosen, and the Most High does unchoose. He ain't finna let us turn against him and still let us get in. And he not gonna force you to serve him. Y'all need to see my Think Like You Are God video. But you gotta be a member. I'm not giving y'all everything no more. I'm out of fairness to the people that show me respect and love that might not be there with the support financially, I do this. They know who they are. But even with them, unfortunately, it just did not make sense for me to do everything for free. And these dudes that I know, it ain't there with the knowledge and wisdom where I'm at. It's charging y'all for everything. So, learn from King Ahab. That's not how you're supposed to run marriage. He was supposed to banish Jezebel from the kingdom or even kill her according to their time and how they did it. Now, that ain't how you do it. You just leave. Because these women got power. You got to leave. She won't leave. If she acts and conducts herself like Jezebel, trying to run you, trying to do her own thing, trying to act like she the boss, how are you married to her? You stand on her, you give her a chance to change. If she don't change, you get away from around her. Or else you're going to get in trouble, man. And even if you make that money, do not let these women just sit around and do nothing. If they're going to be around, they got to contribute. Say, well, I'll take care of the kids. Okay, take care of the kids. The kids get old enough where they don't need you up under them every second. Let's figure out how you're going to contribute. But I want to stay at home. Stay at home. Homeschool. But find a way to contribute around it. They don't act no better when they don't have to contribute. And a lot of time, I've seen it many times, they act worse. They'll be flirting around. They'll be sending them DICK pics to their phone. They'll erase it so you can't see it, or they'll hide the phone. Should no woman, nowhere in the world, ever question her man or criticize her man, especially, only time they should criticize him if he needs it. If he really needs it. Even then, you be who you supposed to be and let God deal with it. Don't be arguing with these men. These is men. You can't whoop them. You say, I can whoop. If he really fought you, I don't think none of y'all gonna win. So they don't act no better. The more you do for a woman, especially these modern women, the less they gonna respect you. They say, and then if you dig into them, you'll see that it was a time where they respected him more when he did less. Get that relationship stuff, man. Make them earn that. Make them earn that. You don't need no relationship. You're a man. You want one. And it's all right to have one. The Most High even said it. It's not good that man should be alone. But if she is not a helper and a companion, remember, the opposite holds true. It's good for a man to be alone. No man should be with a woman who's not helping them or not a companion. Nagging, you're not being a companion. Insulting them, you're not being a companion. Your job is to make him feel good. Most of them, they do the opposite because they let the devil done took over. They make them feel bad. The weak ones. The real one, your days is numbered with the real ones. Look, I'm not gonna sit and say that I'll never get in a relationship. But what I will say is I'll never get in a relationship with a disrespectful, disloyal, unfaithful, 304 acting, slutty. Relationships are for unicorns. She got to be a unicorn or displaying unicorn characteristics. Otherwise, what's the point of being in a relationship just to have sex? If you're going to be in a relationship, then again, companion, helper. A woman that act like she ain't never got to go in her purse, and all these older women should be working, helping you build up that nest egg for the day that you're too old to work. Should none of these older women be at home, especially the ones who kids is grown? If they got disabilities, that's slightly different, but even then, there's things you could do around that. Or they got babies. They 40, 45, 50, they should be helping you. Ain't Peg Bundy, I'm telling you, that is one of the greatest shows of all time. Married with Children. It was before its time too. They really need to remake it and let one of these Manosphere guys, me or somebody else, direct it. I promise you, if I direct, you ain't gonna have to worry about no rituals. Ain't gonna be no freak offs. You see how broke Al was? Al was broke. And he was reminiscing about the days in Polk High where he scored 4 touchdowns. What did he say, 5 in one game? And probably also reminiscing of the days where he didn't have all in bill. Al was miserable. The only time he had fun is when he went to the nudie bar. Remember that? Or when he was fighting. All y'all youngsters need to go on YouTube and just watch Married with Children from episode 1 to the end. If you want to know how it is for a lot of people, not everybody, watch Married with Children. The song, the dude was so stoic and sarcastic. Just sung the song, Love and Marriage. He probably was rolling his eyes. Just let her get with somebody else. And she might treat him better than you. That's okay. When he dump her, do not take her back. Do not pick up the pieces. If he don't dump her, who cares? 9 times out of 10, he's not better than you. That's who she's choosing. It's a lot of time what women do with the second guy and the third guy, what they could have did with the first guy. You could have did that with the first guy. You wouldn't have had to do all that. That's how they be though. It's fine. It's cool. I would rather be by myself than with somebody who don't appreciate me, don't respect me, doing little sneaky stuff when I ain't around, not helping me, always criticizing me like I ain't never did nothing good. I'd rather just be by myself. And the Bible even say, that's a contentious woman. And the Bible says it's better for a man to live in the corner of a roof than in a house with a contentious woman. Don't y'all know that's what's making people like Coach Greg Adams so popular and so wealthy? It's not because he's not telling you the truth. It's because he's telling you the truth. And people accepting it. And the truth, there's something about the truth that it make you want to be generous. Oh man, I've been around since the beginning. And when you just listen to the story, you'll be like, you know what, man, he deserved all of that. He deserved it. I'm glad he getting it. Come over here begging. That begging, you not being a man. I don't care how bad it get. I'll steal something before I beg. Because I know God is forgiving. But I'll never, me personally, I never let myself get to that position where I got to steal. Because I got the instincts to know if these little weak little people come up with some old crazy stuff, I'm going to start storing up. So you can only store up so much. Man, the day I have to beg is the day I probably need to pass on. Not doing it. You're not being a man. I would rather make $2 an hour than beg. Gotta have that boss nature. Gotta exhibit that boss nature. Don't be like King Ahab. This went longer than I thought it would. But hey, man, you got the truth. From the truth, man. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be on this earth. Hopefully I got a little ways yet. Nobody knows. You can't predict it. But if I get a chance, believe you me, all this stuff I be saying, I'm implementing. Boss nature. Implementing. I was just doing yard work. Somebody paid me to help them kind of do some landscaping work. That work, it's not for me, man. I'm gonna pay somebody to do that. Got blisters all on my hand. Not for me. I gotta get my ducats up where I could be here's a company to call. Hey, I was wondering, can you come out and give me an estimate on some landscaping work? Come on out. Well, we'll do it for X amount of dollars. They get the chance. I ain't doing it. I'm only doing the bare minimum. That's why I got to get my money right. Because all that stuff is not for me. But I want it to look good. But I don't want to do it. I want to pay somebody to do it. But anyway, I got to get dressed so I can get out here and do my other work. I'm working now. Shout out to all of y'all. I really appreciate all y'all inspirational comments. I do be giving y'all the game. Y'all know it. You know it. What they say, game recognized game. Y'all know when y'all hearing game. So, don't be like King Ahab. King Ahab could have had any woman in the province. Didn't have to be with Jezebel. I was just listening to Mace and P. Diddy song, Been Around the World. Mace said, it's a lot of girls that would love to replace you. See, if P. Diddy would have stuck to being the boss instead of being debossed, he trying to be like somebody else. You ain't got to try to be like none of them producers and them Little weird guys. Oh, I forgot. Maybe he did. We don't. I know about some of the ritual. I don't know all of them. But that's all I had to say on this. I may do another video later. I still haven't reacted to that Charleston White. Charleston White has been on one. He's been on fire. People start saying his name is losing traction. He set himself ablaze with the things he's been saying lately. The one I still need to react to is the one where he talked about riches and wealth, and in some ways why black people ain't rich. But thanks for watching. Let me get out of here. Stay tuned for more video.